jerk it right is right. Okay? And not splitting to a particular distance, if you've been taught that, some people have, or as wide as you can all the time. Some people have been taught that. I teach it that you split, just like we talked all day about how much he squatted on the thing. You split as much as you have to split, depending on what the weight is. Okay, so if the weight is light, I split that much. And if the weight is heavier, I split that much. Okay, and I learn what that distance is, and I don't think about it too much. I think about getting my feet to the floor and my arms straight at the same time. And that's what I think about when I teach the jerk, when I do the jerk. Okay? Not how far I'm going, not that I'm moving through, which I will be doing, but I don't teach that. Teach you getting up, getting your foot down, or your feet down, and you're stopping the movement, period. The jerk is a pretty simple positional movement to make. If you stand feet under and take a walking step out and keep your toe off the ground, okay? Put your toe down and turn it in slightly, and then bend your, or lift your heel in the back. You pretty much got a jerk split. Okay? You just take a walking step and you pretty much got a jerk split. Don't get in line though, because you don't walk in line. You walk straight, well maybe you do. You should. And you pretty much got a jerk split. And then come back off it. Okay? Now, in the jerk, I'm a big believer in the fact that the way you jerk, the back leg is most important because it has to do the oddest thing. It has to come up and go down with the extension, rather than what it wants to do is go out with the extension. That seems to jerk it. The foot is going to end up behind me. I should shove it out there. If you start shoving it out there, you bring your hip along with it, and you tilt your torso, and now you're not a column anymore. And the bar is out here. Or you're holding it, or you're running after it, you know. So I teach that, first of all, dip through the heels, drive through the heels. You'll lift onto the balls of the feet because the hip drive and leg drive is going to bring you there. As soon as you touch the front of the foot, you move the feet. Get the back foot down first. It's a 1, 2. And I'll do it slow so you can hear it. Now, you can see that because of that, I move forward just a little bit, which is nice because the bar started in front of me, and I want it over my center. So, I move forward. And I'm also, I've got my arms like this. When they drive on the bar, they're going to drive the bar back. They don't. A lot of people think the bar is driven up. I think CrossFit teaches that, driven up straight. It's not. The bar is driven up and back. If you see patterns of good lifters, he goes down straight and going back. Just a little bit. But like we talked about all day, every little bit means everything. Okay? So here and here, because your arm is pointing that way. If you extend your arm, the shoulders are forward here, right? At the top of the jerk, the shoulders are back. So there's a backward drift to the shoulder. There's a backward angle to the push. Just got to go back. Get slightly. If you add to that, then you're pushing yourself that little bit forward. Now the bar ends up over here instead of in front of your neck. And not here like we saw the old jerkers do. You go straight up. That's showing them Gardanian and Rieger, Steve, with that hold. They were just strong enough to hold it. You know, but nobody at the, you saw Ilian do it, and he's right. As strong as he is, obviously strong as he is, that bar is still back over here, so he ain't going to try to hold it. You're going to put it right over his center so he doesn't have to hold it. Smile and dance under it. That's the difference. That's what you're telling do. So, the rules of the jerk that you've got to follow with all this fast movement and getting down fast, there are still rules. The rules basically are that you'll start with your feet, and I usually start with the feet slightly pointed out, like, oh, you've got it nice there, you've got it pretty nice, you've got it a little pointed out, slightly splayed, not straight dead forward. Weights on your heels. The feet go front and back from where they are. Straight front and straight back. They don't seek a midline. You don't want to have that because now you're tipping. Okay? They can go outwards slightly from both. That's not bad. Okay? If they do go outwards, the back heel should be outside the back toe. The front toe should be inside the front heel. The front toe should always be inside the front heel anyway. You're always supposed to pigeon toe the front foot as it lands. You go down heel, so you think heel first, and you pigeon toe in. And that's because you want to block the brain from thinking that this is a lunge. You don't want the foot straight because the brain can step over that. If you turn your foot in, the brain does not want to step over that because it understands that the knee now is not in the direction the toe is pointing, and that ain't pretty. Okay? We want to use that as a block in the front. Okay? And we want to keep the shin no more than vertical, and slightly behind vertical is not bad, but not past vertical to the front. Again, we don't want to create a lunge situation because we will lose hold from above our head if we've got some place to go. You don't want to give the body that thing, that option. So when you hit the jerk, tighten the butt together, all in here. Again, we're talking about the hips, not the quads. You tighten the quads, you'll bend your knees. Tighten the hips, you stay upright. Vertical, slight bend, down through the floor with that back foot, taut. And dead tight here, dead vertical here. Okay? So, let's move fast. Okay, everybody? The belly bar, please. And this is how much split I want everybody to try. I want you to take the shortest split you can imagine. Okay? So here, that's my shortest. Keep the old man. Go down and up. And get your arms straight above your head now. All one. Boom. Make sure you get them dry. Heel off the floor in the back.
That's a short one. So that's really good.
Good. Pretty good. I like the way I handled this today better than yesterday. Yeah, Sean. Good. Okay.
Bend that
Now,
way. There.
try
That's
this.
the bend. Yep.
I want everybody, you kind of point yourself this way. You guys kind of point yourself a little towards that way. Not that much even, but this is a little drill, you know, if you're doing the 1-2 thing. You know, back when you get down first. Do it. And step to your front foot. Do it again. Step to your front foot. See if you're slowly moving forward. Okay? Same fast thing. Keep stepping up to the front foot to see if you're moving forward there. Do it again. See if you come towards it.
Should not be. Yeah, I want you coming towards me.
And the feet should not be here. Normal stance under your hips. Not in there. Not in. Widen your feet. Re-widen.
Okay.
And when you recover, never recover close. Always recover wide. Wider base. Okay, so everybody kind of moving in. Okay? This is what you want. In a real lift, this is what you want. You want them down fast on the floor. You want yourself braced and set. You want your arms straight all at once. And you want to have that push. And it's pushing your hips. And it's just moving your hips just a bit. Just a bit forward. Now, your big center is right under the bar where it should be. The bar is over your shoulders, over and sit. And it's not going to go. Okay? And then you're not not running around the damn platform or just not making the list. Or pushing like hell to make the list. You know? Let's get, ooh, let's be brave. Let's get bars in our hands, we're gonna do some jerks. I think that they all look pretty, everybody looks pretty good to me. Looks pretty good to you? Yeah. We'll go to the bar. Yeah, oh, okay, Steve brought up a nice Novia little thing on the jerk, okay? Yeah, the green is the jerk, okay? Here it goes from here, down, up and back. Okay, this yellow part.